Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 with Southport. We are on the 7th of January and we are back on level terms with everyone else in the league, and you'll notice that we're not currently sat top of it, and that's because we've had a couple of poor results. We've done alright, but we've lost a couple of games that we really shouldn't have lost. I did lie when I said we've done alright. We've won 2 league games out of the last 6. Actually, it's not that good at all. A 0-0 draw with Newport County, then into the FA Cup second round, which I wasn't interested in this. That was a 2-1 defeat. We played a very rotated side in this. Jose Luis Perez with the only goal of the game for us. Against Macclesfield in the league, we win 1-0 thanks to Connor Hall. And then 2 defeats on the spin against Scunthorpe, a 2-1 defeat. Cameron Archer with our only goal. We actually threw this away in the 81st minute. Against Swindon, a 1-0 defeat here. We could not score a goal to save our lives. And then against Plymouth, a 1-1 draw. We had to rely on our substitute, Frane Fadic. I'm calling him Frane, it's probably Frane or something like that. But Fadic scoring his first goal for the club, rescuing a point. And then against Chesterfield, a team that we've played 4 times this season. We've played them in the league twice now. And then both cup competitions, we beat them 3-2. Cebulski returning from injury to get a goal. And Ollie Denham scoring 2 from a corner. 2 separate corners, obviously. It does mean that the league table looks like this. We are currently sat in 3rd place with just Walsall and Doncaster ahead of us. We are 2 points behind table topping Walsall. But I guess more importantly, we are 4 points clear of 4th place AFC Wimbledon. Automatic promotion is kind of the target, isn't it? That's what we need to be going for. As it is January, we've got a fair bit of transfer business to talk about as well. I think I've done all of my business, and by think, I'm not planning on buying anyone else, so expect by the end of the month we've signed 17 more players. First up, George Newell has left the club. He hasn't been playing, he has been out injured, but basically he's not good enough for us now. He signed for Alloa up in Scotland, £4,200. It's not a lot of money, is it? Joining the club then, first up is Rory Farmery. He actually joined back in November, signing formerly of Sheffield Wednesday, free transfer, 1.5 star current ability, that word, 2.5 star potential. He's going to sit in the under-23s. Next up is a name that you've probably heard of. It is Ryan Shotton, 34 years of age now, formerly of Middlesbrough, Birmingham, Derby County, Stoke, Wigan, Barnsley, Tranmere, Altrincham. He's been around a bit, hasn't he? He's played for a fair amount of teams. He has signed on a free transfer until the end of the season. Basically, I needed a bit more depth at the back. Because we play 3 central defenders, I was struggling to actually find 3 good ones who were fit at the time to play. Because obviously, we had that big break where we didn't play a lot of football because of international matches, and then we had to play literally November, I think it was, or maybe October. We had something stupid like 9 or 10 games in October. So yeah, players were very tired. So I kind of needed to get some more bodies in the squad. Then as we moved into January, these are the players that we've signed in January. On a free transfer, Uruguayan defender Fernando Acosta signed from Rocha FC, which I believe is the former team of one of our other Uruguayans. I can't remember what one. 2.5 star current ability, 4 star potential. Completely free transfer. I think he's quite good. Next up, from French Guiana is Loic Ball, signed on a free transfer once again. 2 star current ability, 3 star potential. Probably not going to play a lot for us. I bought him because he's from French Guiana, and I don't think I can name any footballer from there. We've also signed Van Dijk. That's right, we've signed a Dutch defender called Marco van Dijk. It's not Virgil, obviously. 1.5 star current ability, 3 star potential. I say he's Dutch. He's actually got 7 or 9, I think, mate. He's got some caps. 7 caps, there you go, for Curacao. However, for some reason, he can also get Dutch caps. I don't understand how that works, but sure, he's allowed to do that. Next up is somebody who might actually play for us in the very near future. 30-year-old Welsh striker Kiefer Moore. 5 caps and 1 goal to his name, formerly of Wigan, Barnsley, Rotherham, Ipswich, Torquay, Forest Green, Viking apparently. He spent some time in Norway. Is that Norway? Possibly. Yeovil, Dorchester, Truro as well. He's been around as well. 30 years old, 3.5 star current ability. He's at his potential, but we brought him in basically because I think he's good. I think he's going to be a goal scorer for us. He's also 6'5", and he's pretty much a like-for-like replacement for Cebulski. That's my thought. And finally, signing on loan from Torino is Ghanaian attacking midfielder and striker Gabriel Anyima. Maybe. Anyima, maybe. Possibly. I don't know. Why do I sign players with weird names? I have brought him in to be a shadow striker. Although he is technically an advanced forward, which we obviously also play, and he's actually a pretty good one at that, he's very good as a shadow striker. He's also very good in terms of stats there. So I'm hoping he might actually do a better job than Will Smallbone, Stan Flatty, and basically all the other players that we've tried as a shadow striker. He's here until the end of the season. He is out of contract with Torino at the end of the season as well. So if he's any good, we might actually be able to sign him. We can't do it right now because he wants to stay at Torino. So that is our transfer business so far. It is only the 7th of January, so there is plenty of time to go. So do expect some more transfers. But like I said, I don't think I've got any planned. I say this as I check my transfers. Okay, we do have Fabrizio Francia, who will be joining in a year's time. So he's not joining anytime soon. Tried to get that guy on loan. Instead, he decided to join Reading on a trial. So we are well over the halfway point in the season. We are up against Morecambe, who are probably one of the worst teams. In fact, both them and Macclesfield are pretty awful. I think, yes, we have already drawn with Morecambe, which isn't good. We haven't actually lost or drawn with Macclesfield. We beat Macclesfield, which is always good to see. But yeah, Morecambe, we should be able to beat them. They can't seem to beat too many teams. They've beaten Cheltenham and Port Vale. Although Port Vale have definitely beaten us. Yeah, they beat us 3-2. The starting lineup then for the Morecambe game. In goal will be Tom Scott. That is because our sub-goalkeeper, what's his name, Jokel Anderson, he's been out injured. Where is he? I think he's almost back. Yeah, he's almost back. But he's still out injured for the moment. So we're going to give Tom Scott a chance in goal. Godwin Asia, Ryan Shotton, Morten Jessen, what's his name? Nikiwi Mzizi, sure. And Jordan Abita will be our back five. Garcia and Butterfield in the middle of the pitch. Anyama is going to be our shadow striker today. He does have fitness concerns, although that's because I don't think he's ever played a football match in his life. So we're just going to drop him in, see how well he does. Mercado and Cebulski will be the two strikers. This is Cebulski's second match since returning from injury. He's played for the under-23s. I'm hoping, because he didn't score for the under... No, he did score. He scored for the under-23s. He got one. So I'm hoping he's already got his scoring boots on. We do have Kiefer Moore on the bench. We've also got Will Smallbone, who has returned from injury. So at some point, Anyima is going to come off probably for Will Smallbone. I'm starting to think that we've got a very big squad, because I've just put squad numbers down for players. Kiefer Moore got number 9, which is good. Anyima got number 50. We surely don't have 50 squad numbers. Obita's number 45. Shotton's number 49. We've got 50 players, haven't we? How have we got such a big squad already? Just 30 seconds on the clock and we've got ourselves a highlight. It is Godwin Asia with the ball, crosses in, Cebulski's there, it's a header clear, Butterfield goes for goal. How has Butterfield put that in? I don't know, but the 32-year-old central midfielder gets his 5th goal of the season, puts us 1-0 up after not even a minute. Good start. That goal puts us top of the table. Doncaster aren't playing. I think Walsall are playing, but I'm not sure who they're playing. They're playing Grimsby and they've equalised, or they've scored, so they've gone back ahead of us. Ryan Shotton with it. He's been tackled by Warner, who's got the ball on the left. Number 14 just gets straight past it, crosses in. Lacroix to Brewitt, and Tom Scott can't save Tom Brewitt's effort. It is 1-1. This is a team that are second bottom in the table with 13 points. Well, it started off really well and has immediately collapsed. We're going to go attacking. This is the team we should be battering, so we're going to go attacking mentality. Well, since the 2 goals, nothing's happening. Until now, actually. It's a corner. It's a corner for Morecambe. We're losing to Morecambe. We're losing to a team who have 13 points. They've got 13 points in 30 games. They're now going to be on 16 points. Since Cebulski got injured, we've been awful. We've been real bad. And I don't really know what's happened. Jessen with a free kick. We are close to the half-time whistle. It's a terrible pass from Mzizi, and Lacroix can run forward into the area. He's gone for goal. Scott, for some reason, doesn't decide to save it. He's just fisted it away because he's wearing boxing gloves. It's going to be a corner for Morecambe. They've already scored from one of these. Lamin has gone over to take it with his left foot. Scott comes out easily, claims it. Probably should have done that with the first shot, mate. Well, that's not a good first half, is it? Not a good first half at all. We didn't actually have any chances. So, you're getting an angry team talk. Where's your passion, lads? Look at the average ratings. Anyama's on a 6.4. I don't think we've seen him, to be fair. He's going to come off for Smallbone. We're going to change you to be an advanced playmaker. Don't know whether that's a good idea. Cebulski's on a 6.5. Asia's on a 6.3. Asia's coming off as well. We're doing 2 subs at half-time. Will the half-time team talk give them the kick up the arse that they actually need? I mean, it doesn't look like it at the moment. We're 10 minutes into the second half. Not a single highlight. We are getting some shots away, but no actual highlights. We're getting loads of shots away. Finally, we've got something. Shotton's throw to Mercado. Plays it in the middle. Butterfield, the goal scorer for us. He almost loses out. Will Smallbone finds Marlon Fossey on the right, crosses in, Cebulski's there. Cebulski's header hits the bar and Boateng clears it. This cannot end this way. This cannot end this way. We need to try something. It's key for more time. It's key for more time. He's coming on. He's not a natural advance forward, but I'm hoping he's just a like-for-like replacement. We're going very attacking as well. Lamin with a free kick, 4 minutes to play. If they score again, Billy Warner has put the ball in, but he's offside. How have we been outplayed by a 23rd place Morecambe side? Still more time to play. 2.5 minutes of injury time, but it is a Morecambe throw. Lacroix back to the throw-in taker. Crosses in. It's gone all the way through. Oh my word, Will Longbottom's made it 3-1. How has that happened? How has that happened? We had 18 shots and 11 on target. We scored 1, and I don't even think that was a shot. He's the only person in our team who got higher than a 6.8. Everyone else was just bad. Right, you lot, you're coming in for training because you do not deserve any form of a break. Well, we remain third place in the table. Walsall now go clear at the top by 4 points ahead of Doncaster, who haven't played their match yet. We are now just 1 point ahead of AFC Wimbledon. That is a piss poor result. I'd like to point out, Cebulski got injured there, didn't he? I think that was the last game he played. Since then, we have very badly struggled. Very badly. A 1-0 against Newport County actually wasn't too bad. But then a 0-0 draw. We just about scraped past Macclesfield, who, by the way, that's that Macclesfield team that are currently sat bottom of the table. Scunthorpe, a defeat. Then obviously the defeat against Morecambe as well. We shouldn't really have got anything against Plymouth because we weren't good enough. We struggled against Chesterfield. It was basically corners. We've been real bad since Cebulski got injured. Next up then is table-topping Walsall. Great. This is a must-win game now. It is first versus third. And this is a 6-pointer, isn't it? A victory here will put us on to 60 points. It will potentially mean Doncaster could go top of the table. A defeat here, we could drop down to 4th place. We will be so far behind Walsall and probably Doncaster and potentially AFC Wimbledon as well at this point that we are going to be in a proper scrap. Ideally, I want to be top of the table. That kind of makes sense. But realistically, I don't want there to be a huge gap between first, second and third as long as we're one of those three. I don't want to suddenly drop into the playoffs. The playoffs suck. In any form of competition, getting in the playoffs is just awful. The starting lineup then for the Walsall game. Anderson returns in goal. Asia, Shotton, Yessen, Mzizi and Obita will be the back five. Garcia and Butterfield will be the central midfielders today. Smallbone returns as the shadow striker with Mercado and Cebulski as the front two. I need Cebulski to start scoring again. I need him to start getting his goals in. Walsall play a 4-4-2 then, don't they? They've got Chris Brown. Charlie Brown, not Chris Brown. Charlie Brown, formerly of Chelsea. I mean, he's not amazing, is he? For some reason I thought it'd be better. I bought him before on Football Manager 18, I think it was, for Groningen. I think that's where we had him before. This is a must-win game. This is a must-win game. Although, if we can balls it up against 23rd place Macclesfield, or whoever it was we've just played, it wasn't Macclesfield, it was Morecambe, we can sure as hell balls it up against table-topping Walsall. Page with the ball, crosses in. It's a header clear from Yessen, but only as far as Shea Facey, who I think is a former Manchester City youngster. Blackett Taylor with it. Facey once again. Number 24 gets tackled by Jordan Obita. And now the Ugandan international can run forward. He's going to go direct to goal, isn't he? Into the area, he does go for goal. But Roberts can make a very simple save from the fullback. Now there's another throw, starting with Page again. Crossed in. Brown back to Friel. Friel's effort is just wide of the far post. Would I take a draw? If you said right now, would I take a draw? I'd say no. I want a victory. A draw is not bad, but a victory is what we're after. In order to get a victory, we need to have highlights. So, yeah, so far, not a lot going on. Almost at half-time, we've got another highlight. Smallbone's not going to go for it. Garcia heads down. Smallbone now does have the ball. Tries to find Cebulski, but it's not a very good pass. Friel on the centre circle. Finds Facey on the right-hand side. I think that's Smallbone who's gone over to meet him. Facey still with it, has to go backwards. Cebulski has nicked the ball away from O'Shea. He's running one-on-one with the keeper. Go on, Bartos, do it! He's kicked it straight at him. He's missed. His touch is gone. Cebulski, the golden boy, has suddenly stopped knowing how to score goals. Will Smallbone's on a 6.3. I mean, it's not a bad performance, apart from Smallbone. You're going to get an angry one. I'm not happy with you. You look delighted at being shouted at. What? Well, no changes at half-time for us, although Smallbone will definitely be coming off, probably for Fadic, because I didn't sort my subs bench out. Yesen with a free kick, the central defender, it finds Garcia, and Antonio Jesus Garcia has just scored an absolute screamer. Lovely cartwheel for a celebration as well. 52.5 minutes on the clock. We are ahead against table-topping Walsall. Or should I say second place Walsall? No, they are still table topping. This is probably ideal if everything stays this way. Butterfield with a free kick. Mzizi is there. And Nikiwi Mzizi has got his 4th goal of the season. We are 2-0 up now. I mean, Smallbone's still going to get substituted in a minute, but all of a sudden, half-time comes around and we are now the best team in the world. Butterfield with it. Crosses in. Godwin Asia's there. Godwin Asia's nearly managed to nick a goal as well for himself. I think he was offside. Fair enough. Right, Smallbone is coming off. Fadic is coming on. By the way, Fadic, he's now getting good as a central midfielder or an attacking midfielder. He has been playing there for the under-23s, I think. Can we see how many he's played? Let's have a quick look. Yeah, he's played a few, so he's getting a bit better. No other subs other than Fadic for the moment. Kiefer Moore will be coming on because I want him to basically be the Cebulski replacement. Because at the end of the season, Cebulski will be going. We're not going to keep him. Oh my word, it's found its way in. It's going to go down as an own goal for Andresen. It's hit the back of his head and just rolled in. Don't get an equaliser. Do not get an equaliser now. Right, we are into the final 10. Cebulski coming off. Kiefer Moore is going to come on. Do we do any other changes? I don't think we do for the moment. Final 5 minutes. Just hold on. If we can just hold on. AFC Wimbledon have equalised against Carlisle. They have now gone 4-3 down. There is a highlight with 1 minute and 15 seconds to play. Cross in. McShane is there. They've still got the ball alive. Shotton can get it clear. Now Mercado gets tackled. Friel plays it across to Facey. 1 minute on the clock to play. Moss with it. Crosses in. They've flipping scored. Seriously, game. McSkeen has just bloody scored. In the 95th minute. The 95th minute, they've equalised. Really? That's more points dropped. That is more points dropped. Don't have any more highlights. Just take the point. Take the point and run. We should have won that. 95th minute. 95. That's cheating. Why were there 5 minutes of injury time? Did we ever find that out? I don't think we did. Well, it's not the end of the world. It's not a good result, but it's not the end of the world. Particularly because Forest Green have done us a bloody wonderful favour there by beating Doncaster 3-1. It means we are still 5 points behind Walsall. We are 3 points behind Doncaster. AFC Wimbledon, I think, lost. Yes, they did 4-3 in the end, so they didn't close the gap. In fact, we stretched 1 point further clear. It is very, very tight at the top. Cebulski needs to start scoring goals. What do we do next then? I think I've got my eye on it. It's got to be that, hasn't it? It's got to be Doncaster. Are we going to do... We'll do Burton Albion and Doncaster. Those are the two, because we were supposed to do Burton Albion earlier on in the save, and I didn't do it for some reason. I can't remember why. But yeah, we'll do Burton Albion, we'll do Doncaster. We've got AFC Wimbledon soon as well. Okay. Right, how do we do this? Right, we might need to do AFC Wimbledon and Coventry, and then Burton Doncaster. Those are definitely matches we need to do. Right, so we're not going to go very far for the next match then, or the next episode. It's just going to be Tranmere in between episodes. We will return for AFC Wimbledon in 2 days' time. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Football Manager 2020 with Southport. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. And I've just remembered there's one thing that I want to do before we go too much further. Hello, board members. I would like youth facilities, please. Can I have some youth facilities? No. Okay, fine. Fair enough. I mean, it was worth a try. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time.